In the heart of Rome, beneath the marble statues and roaring atmosphere of the Foro Italico, a moment unfolded that transcended tennis itself. On May 10, 2026, during the Italian Open's highly anticipated semifinal weekend, the attention of the crowd unexpectedly shifted away from the court and toward the royal box, where Italian President Sergio Mattarella made a gesture no one saw coming. The 84-year-old head of state, who had witnessed generations of historic sporting triumphs across football, athletics, and Olympic competition, was not there to honor an Italian champion that afternoon. Instead, he rose from his seat to personally meet Alex Eala, the young Filipina star whose presence had transformed the atmosphere of the tournament despite her heartbreaking withdrawal due to injury. Seated quietly in the royal box with her left ankle wrapped in a compression bandage, Eala had not expected any attention. Her tournament run had ended prematurely after an ankle injury forced her out before the later stages. Yet throughout the week, she had become one of the defining stories of the Italian Open. Thousands of Philippine flags filled sections of the Foro Italico, chants of her name echoed across the historic stadium, and a wave of Filipino near the back of the box. He quietly stood up and walked toward her himself, drawing the attention of cameras, commentators, and the entire stadium in the process. When he finally reached her, the atmosphere seemed to freeze. "It is an honor to meet you," the president told her as he extended his hand. Eala, visibly stunned, greeted him respectfully while the crowd watched in near silence. Then came the announcement that instantly changed the meaning of the moment. Speaking calmly but firmly before the cameras, President Mattarella declared that Italy wished to recognize not only Eala's performances on the court, but the extraordinary cultural impact she and her supporters had brought to Rome. He praised her resilience, her spirit, and the way Filipino fans had transformed the tournament into a celebration that connected people across borders. Then, in a statement that sent shockwaves through the stadium, he announced that Alex Eala would receive the Order of the Star of Italy, one of the Italian Republic's highest civilian honors awarded to foreign nationals. The significance of the award reached far beyond sport. Originally established after World War II and later redefined in 2011, the Order of the Star of Italy recognizes individuals who strengthen Italy's international friendships, cultural ties, and global presence. It is an honor traditionally associated with diplomacy, culture, and international service, not professional tennis. Yet in that moment, Eala's journey represented something larger than victories or rankings. Through her presence in Rome, she had become a symbol of connection between nations, cultures, and communities. Her matches had drawn some of the most passionate international support the Italian Open had seen in years, and her story resonated deeply not only with Filipinos abroad but with Italian fans who embraced her determination and humility. News of the announcement spread rapidly across the Philippines and beyond. Television networks interrupted programming, social media exploded with pride and disbelief, and government officials from Manila to Rome issued statements celebrating the gesture as a symbol of friendship between the two countries. For many Filipinos, it was not simply a sporting achievement. It was recognition on one of the world's grandest stages, proof that a young athlete from the Philippines could inspire admiration far beyond her homeland. Her mother, overwhelmed with emotion, admitted she could barely find words to describe the experience. Later that evening, Eala posted a quiet message on social media alongside a photograph of the Roman sky. "I came to Rome to play tennis. I leave with something I never could have imagined. Grazie, Italy. Mahal ko kayo." What made the moment unforgettable was the fact that it had nothing to do with winning the tournament. Eala never lifted the trophy. She never reached the final. Her campaign ended in pain and disappointment after injury cut it short. But President Mattarella's gesture recognized something deeper than results. It recognized the emotional power of sport to unite people who may share neither language nor nationality. It recognized the millions of Filipinos living and working far from home whose flags, voices, and identity suddenly became visible in one of Europe's most iconic sporting arenas. And it recognized how one athlete, through courage, humility, and connection, turned a week of tennis in Rome into something that felt historical. Long after the matches ended and the clay courts emptied, the image remained unforgettable. The president of Italy crossing the royal box to shake the hand of a 20-year-old Filipino player who had not won the tournament, yet somehow became its defining figure. In that moment, the Foro Italico became more than a tennis venue. It became a bridge between two nations separated by thousands of kilometers, united briefly by sport, emotion, and the extraordinary rise of Alex Eala.